I'm a big believer in this lying down stuff. It's really, it basically puts me ahead, you know, probably 2 weeks. The effect it has on the horse mentally probably puts me forward 2 weeks. And if I get a horse that, an older horse, that, you know, been break for a while, he's got a lot of problems, well, you know, I'll come back to doing it as well. Now, if the horse hasn't been handled at all, I've got a piece of poly pipe over there with a bag on it. I go to waving it around, and then I bag them down a bit with a saddle cloth and throw ropes under them a bit, just so I can basically get this rope over here. Not. So we've got to have, let's say you can't touch your horse under here, so we've got to have some way of getting that rope on this side, so I just let it dangle on the ground a little like that. Turn the horse a little bit till it ends up out this side. And when you're setting this up, it's got to be that way so it pulls down when you pull on it. You'll see why later on. And this is usually where you'll see if the horse has got any hump in him. Basically you can take it out of him when you're playing around with him. And I just don't progress any of the steps till he's doing everything right. So let's say this horse really went off, well, I just keep the pressure on, especially when he's got his back feet up off the ground. I keep the pressure on. When he puts it down, I take the pressure away. That's what I do to a really bad bucking horse. If I get it later on, I buck him out on the ground, and I use that pressure release deal. It's the secret to all training. It's the basis to all training, whether you're riding them or groundwork, trying to load them on the float, trying to get them better broke to your feet or whatever. Don't progress to the next step till everything's full. So once he's accepted that, I'll see if I can put a little bit of see if I can get him to lunge round a little bit. Once he's sort of got trotting around here a little bit, just start trying to pull him towards you by the wither, like that. See why just a little bit later, why you need him coming towards you by the wither with the rope. I start doing this to all my yearlings. That's what my yearling deal involves. Just in case, you know, they give you a real hard time and you just happen to mark them for some reason, whether you put a bit of a mark across their wither or on their foot. So once I got him doing that a little bit, because all my saddles have got the back cinch, let that slide back there. A little bit of puller in it. So he gets a bit of a feel of it. If I get a horse that's a real bad bucker that's sent to me as an older horse, that's what I go and do to him and let him go at it. All this is just like knee hobble. They just get used to something around his legs. I've always got knee hobbles hanging on the fence, but I try to give the horse a benefit of the doubt when I need it. So I just give it a bit of a pull around. First time. Once you've done all this preparation to line them down, the next day you come out, you can just go straight to lining down. As long as you haven't rushed through it or missed anything, or you know, if it's playing up with the rope round his girth, make sure you get it ironed out before you go to the next step. And all I do here is just give him a bit of a pull around. When I come to handling a horse's legs a little bit later on, I've got another rope in there similar to this one. I just go putting it round their legs, whether you put a loop on the ground and get them to step into it and flick it up their foot, or if you can get near their legs all right, you can just put it over their legs. Then I start to pull around by all 4 feet. You should be able to tie them up. You do enough of it and get them used to it. You should be able to tether them to any foot and just get them to stand there, which really pays off. If a horse gets tangled up in a fence or something and he doesn't finish. Now once again, if that horse was to play up a fair bit, he's been pulling his foot around, well, I just keep doing it. When I come to handling their other feet a bit later, and more so with their back feet, they get that doing this all action. Once you've got it on, they can't kick it off. So where you'll see a lot of people try and pick their foot up with their hand, if that horse beats you that once, well, you just taught him how to get it out. With the rope, they can kick all day long. If I get a bad one, I just walk off and leave him there, let him kick till he stops kicking. Then I come back and just start to pick it up and put a bit of weight on it. So, let's turn it back this way. So this is how it goes on, up there and back between the rope and the leg. Rightio. So once you get to this stage and you start, you can't quit. You've got to get him laid down. So how long it takes?
Lunchtime.
Big one?
So we could be here till lunchtime.
Could be.
Oh, now you haven't done this with him, have you?
You find a horse that lays down quickly is the one that wants to keep getting up all the time. I'd rather a horse battle me for 5 or 10 minutes and then lay down. They tend to stay there.
What did he do when you started him?
Yeah, he was a little bit of a challenge. He jumped around a little bit. And if they get up, well, you just got to lie down a bit. So if he'd fallen, you'll find, it's nearly 50-50 in which way they fall. I prefer them to fall towards me. And you just go down with as the head goes down, you just go down with the head. And if they tend to look away from you a little bit, well, that's when I put a lot more pressure on the rope trying to get them towards the fall towards you. Some horses will stay like this and some will lie right over for you. It's important the surface you lie down on this. It's not too hot or, you know, it's not too wet. You know, and you wonder why you can't get them over. Just to try and improve it, they, you know, happy to do it. Once you got them down like this, it's pretty endless. You know what you can do to them if you want to. You know, whether you want to use a whip now or bring the dog out or whatever, stand on them. Please yourself how far you go with it. Sometimes when you lie one down and get him to fall down the right way, they might roll right over. So just keep that in mind that he doesn't roll over. But if you're quick enough when he falls there, you can sort of get in and sort of stop him from coming over. And if they come over, they just sort of push you out of the way anyway. Just go to handle him everywhere you can. If he hasn't been handled around the legs, well, it's a good time to put a bit of a hand on the legs. Take your time and just get this right the first time. Hopefully just gets easier and easier for you. Now, like I said, you can do what you like once you're happy to do that. Out of everything I've learnt with horses, this was, I think, was the best thing I learnt to do. Hopefully if you've got all your groundwork, oh well I should go while it's light on the ground, you ain't got it all right. Getting on into there shouldn't be too much of a concern. Off, well, I hope he doesn't do any more. But if he was a little bit funny to try and get on there, I wouldn't really pursue trying to get on him. It's easy to walk off. We just go either put knee hobbles on him, or just put the knee hobbles on, putting the saddle on, and then getting on him. Thoroughbreds is great, and very rarely I can get them like this. They're just not that way in time. I put a lot of emphasis on the way a horse's halter rope. You know, if you're really good at it, you get them really, really light. It channels down to when you come riding them, whether you ride them in a hack or a snap a bit, you know, just that yield to pressure.